Evening, folks. I've had an interesting question come in about the Wasp. This was from a video I did about using the Wasp as an external effects effects box. This is from Discotopia. Hello. When the X'd in is active, which is that, does it turn off the oscillators? Or is there a way to have the X'd in act as a third oscillator? That is a very good question. He also had a follow-up question, because I think Discotopia, they've just got a Wasp. Good choice. Yeah, you've got a Waldorf filter bank. That sounds cool. I want to read more. Okay. I can't read the rest of your comment. The app won't let me. Thank you, YouTube. Helpful as ever. Right. Let's answer the question. The answer to the question is no. If the external in is attached, the two oscillators are still sounding. So yes, you can build a 3 voice 1, voice 2, external, voice 3 synth. That's possible. You can do that. Let's remind ourselves what the Wasp sounds like. Voice 1. Oh, we are having a bit of lexicon delay, a bit of lexicon reverb. That's voice number 1. That is the sawtooth. Voice number 2 is set to square wave. And yes, I've tuned the oscillators. Both oscillators. And just to anticipate the comment, let's just hear it without the effects, because it's Brit. In my opinion, it does sound better with. Let's just keep a bit of reverb. Let's keep the delay out of it for the time being. Now, the cool thing with the Wasp is we've got this really versatile filter, so it's in low pass mode at the moment. But I can put it into band pass mode. Into notch mode. And high pass mode. So put it back to low pass, and the speed of the LFO. There we go. Hence, Wasp. Right. So let's feed it. I've got my modular synth just there. That's plumbed in. CM1A is controlling that, and the CM1A, the MIDI out, is also controlling my Wasp. So to do the kind of 3 voice thing, we just need to think. Yeah, so we need to trigger the envelope on the Wasp, so we hear. You know, so the anything that's coming in as external audio is going through the synth, because it's not like an effects pedal, or like say the Chaos pad. It's like an effects pedal. It is a synth, so we do have to trigger the envelope. That's the thing we need to remember when we're doing these, you know, using synths as effects. You need to trigger the envelope, which is fine because we're just going in with the MIDI. Yeah, so modular synth, I'm taking the signal from the VCA, voltage controlled amplifier, directly into external in. Let's knock off oscillators 1 and 2, so we're only hearing the modular. And I'm not hearing anything because the volume's down. Wow. And obviously we're hearing the effect of the filter off the Wasp on my modular voice. Really cool. So we can have that waspy effect on the modular synth. And then obviously, as the comment was alluding to, we can dial in both our oscillators. So now it's nice big fat 3 voicer. Lovely. That getting a bit hot. To replicate this, all you need to think about is the MIDI routing. So obviously I need to trigger the note and the envelope of the modular, which I'm doing with control voltage from the CM1A module here. Also at the same time I need to trigger the envelope and the pitch of the Wasp, which I'm doing over, oh you can't, it's just off the screen, which I'm doing over MIDI. Or obviously you could control the Wasp over USB. So your DAW, you're going to set the one MIDI channel output to being like the Wasp, and then you're going to receive the input from your MIDI controller into that. You're then going to set up a send and have an additional output to, in this case, whatever you're controlling your external voice. So you just need to sort of, before you start plugging things in, just I don't know, sketch on a piece of paper or sketch it out in your mind how you're going to sort of trigger your Wasp and your third voice as well. But yeah, but no, that's absolutely possible. So even you can ignore the voices on the Wasp and just say, I'm going to use this as my processor for whatever audio. But remember, you will need to trigger the envelope on that. So this is, so at the moment, so that's my triangle wave. Let's switch it on the modular to my square wave. Bandpass filter. Great. Lovely stuff. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Good question. The Wasp at the moment is going for about 120 quid, 130 quid. So £130 for an analog synth. Not bad, is it? Not bad. One final trick to show you, which I hadn't sort of remembered until now. So the Chaos Pad has some like funky sort of sound generator patches towards the end, of its memory bank. And I've got the oscillators on the Wasps turned off. We can't hear the Chaos Pad, and I've just headphone out into the external in, because we haven't triggered the envelope. So trigger the envelope. So we're now hearing the chaos pad through the filter of the Wasp. But if you didn't want to faff around with triggering the envelope, there's the envelope control has basically has a hold, so we can just activate that. And I think we have to trigger the envelope, and then it just holds it. Yep, there we go. So that's just a trick. There is that hold button on the Wasp that sort of gets around. That's having to constantly worry about triggering the envelope. And finally, I've got the Volca kick here, just doing its thing. So that's cool. So we can process any kind of drum loop through the filter. And again, I've just got the VCA hold button engaged. And then just a case of exploring what you can do with a drum loop and a cool filter. And then just switch off the envelope, and then the envelope will just decay according to how you've got that set up there. So that's a case of leave your hard drive recording and just record some odd sounding loops.